Okay. So today, basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the character analysis that you guys have done before, but we're gonna do it with Kien, and we're gonna do it together so that you guys can construct a compare-contrast short essay that will be due on Monday. So I definitely want to get that started as soon as possible today. Do y'all have any questions about anything else? All right. So, and when I say short essay, I mean like short essay. So, step one, what we're going to do is we're going to go through this character analysis of Kien. So, let's see. I'll put it up here. So, what names does Kien have in the book? Are there any other names other than his main name? No, right? It's just Kien, I think. Like, not even his buddies call him anything different, right? It's just Kien. Okay. So that's pretty easy. What about description? Do we get a full physical description of him? How about implied? Well, what do we know about him? Well, he's a soldier.
He's
Vietnamese. How old is he?
He has to be like early 20s.
He says how old he is, right?
Yeah, he says he's 27. Remember, he says 27 years, right?
I would assume that he's not timid, but he's almost, because like when people are getting shot, he's like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? He's like not very quick under pressure.
Yeah, but he's kind of like cool under pressure, right? Do we get the sense if he's big, small, like is he tall, short?
Short.
Right. He's probably just about your average, right? He very much seems like just the average guy, right? Or an average Vietnamese soldier, right? Okay. All right. What about inner qualities?
You have a charger for this computer?
Huh?
You have a charger?
No, I don't do the last one. Okay, inner qualities. So, full delineation of characters' inner qualities. So, is he courageous, resourceful, secure? Any type of adjectives? You guys said brave, right? Oh, not brave, but like cool-headed.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, he's kind of brave, right? He's a little, to me, he's also kind of a little crazy.
Yeah.
Because there's that one instance where he's walking at the people that are firing at him, and he's just kind of like.
Well, that's because he's thinking. He doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, but he doesn't like, just decide to
Well, you know, when you're in shock, you don't know what to do.
True.
yeah.
So how about, do you think he's reflective?
Very.
Yeah, he's very reflective.
It's like, dude, from My Hero Academia, anytime anything happens, he thinks about it. For like 10 minutes. Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also an anime, and he's like, it's all like slow motion. It's like a power up.
Yeah.
Like they're not going after him for what reason?
Yeah. And then also, so let's think what else. So he's cool-headed, brave, a little crazy, reflective. Is he sad? Or regretful? Huh?
Regretful, probably.
Regretful. Okay. All right. Oh, how about his intelligence? Is he? Do you think?
No, he's just all he knows is how to shoot.
Yeah. So.
Well, you can assume, I don't know what school system they have over there.
Oh no, you said that he didn't want to.
Well, he didn't go
went
to
high school.
He didn't go to school. He just
Yeah.
went to like preparatory.
So
He
average.
just had to do what he had to do.
Yeah, intelligence. But then they wanted him to go to leadership school, right? So he's also a natural leader per se, right? We don't know if he's a good one, but he's definitely a natural leader. Okay. All right. Full list of the character's actions. So we'll actually put the actions over on this side. So what are some of his actions?
I mean, can overthinking be an action?
Yeah. So overthinking. Okay. And we can actually put this over here, right, too? Overthinker. Of course, she doesn't overthink a big time. Okay. What else does he do? Huh?
I just had him in my head too.
He kind of sleeps, right?
That's what I was gonna say. Yes, he has nightmares.
Kind of sleeps. Has nightmares. We know he kills people, right?
Collects bodies.
Kills people, collects bodies.
We don't know if he gets shot, but we think he did. So
Yeah, we're pretty sure he got shot since he kills the one in the Russian
Kind of, maybe got shot.
I mean, that could have been somebody else's blood.
True.
It could've.
Yeah. My other classes actually brought that up. They said
Yeah.
that it could easily have been, because it never says his warm blood.
Yeah,
It's just warm blood. Okay.
I mean, that's what I'd be doing. People are shooting at me, just
Yeah. Play dead. He also talks, right? Because he has a conversation. And then he fishes, remember?
he plays cards.
He has dreams, like he has like an end point.
Not necessarily. We haven't seen the rest
Well,
of
no,
the 7
I'm not-
hours of the
I'm not
book.
saying like he knows what he wants to do with his life now.
Okay, so plans his future, right?
Yeah, that's
Plans his future. Right? Anything else? I think that's about it, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Okay. Let's think about some dialogue. Is there any dialogue example that he speaks? Which part? You guys remember?
Isn't it in the doors thing?
I think she just wants an actual like quote.
Oh, an actual like
I don't remember exactly what he said.
Okay, well, let's think about this. What is something that he might say? Because he does say that's a doom laden, what is he saying? That it's something like that's a doom laden
Point of
thing.
view.
Oh,
way to
yeah.
think.
Yeah, a doom laden point of view. Which is kind of strange seeing as everything he's seen, right? And now you're telling this truck driver just because he's saying we're not ever gonna be the same. He's like, oh, that's kind of doom laden. Really? so what is something he might say?
He doesn't. He'd probably say it in his head, but he probably wouldn't say it out loud. It's like you gotta think positive.
You
He
gotta
just
think
seems
positive.
like one of those people.
Okay. And doesn't he actually kind of say something like that?
yeah.
To who? Not just the driver, but to Kien. Remember when Kien's trying to leave? He's like, no, dude, it's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. And Kien did not believe him.
But you didn't finish that poker game, so
Yeah. So, impacts. What is his impact on at least one character?
I don't know. Could we say that he impacted the driver? I don't really think so.
Can we say he impacted the dead bodies because he put them to rest?
Oh,
I mean,
sure.
yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Because I mean, he took them from being just wandering souls to
Yeah.
now having to go.
So he definitely has an impact on the spirits, right?
Yeah.
And you could say that he has an impact on the driver because he kind of reinforces the the driver now definitely feels this is his way to think about it is the better way, right?
Yeah, he's there.
So he reinforces the driver's thinking. Okay. Comparison. If you could compare kind to any animal, what would it be?
Person's involved in 29 is a fox.
A fox? Okay. Fox, lion, okay.
Maybe not quite a lot.
Yeah, no, I don't think this is that.
So what are some, but like what like why a fox?
Well, a fox, because I mean, foxes are pretty resourceful. Like, they do a lot.
Mhm.
But then, like, also, like, they're scary. Like, if you just see one, it's like, oh, why is that there? But then it's also, like, they're, like, comfort animals as well. Like, they can be scary, but they can be comforting as well.
Okay, so scary but comforting. Okay. And he definitely seems to be sly like a fox, right? He seems to get out of it, right?
Yeah.
And I could even see lion because lions know how to hunt and to
Female
survive.
lions know how to hunt.
Huh?
Female lions
Well,
know how
but
to
even
hunt.
big lions know at least how to appear intimidating, right? And he does. Think about when he goes into that battle and he freaks out those military guys, right? He's like, he's just walking up on them and they're like, what is happening, right? You know, so he definitely exudes that power, right? So he exudes power. Okay. That scary kind of control and power, right? All right. And then reaction. So what is y'all's reaction to him?
It's just a mess. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, well, you could say that he's a mess.
He's doing one thing one day and then the next, a different thing the next.
He's very conflicted, right?
Mhm.
But then it kind of gives you that idea, like, I don't know about you guys, but I almost felt a little sorry for him.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, he's young,
Mhm.
ish, and, like, he's going through all of this, and he's trying to, like, live, like, a normal life.
You just said young-ish. He's 27. He's young.
I know, you kind of made me feel a little old, right?
I was like,
Yeah, I heard her go, oh.
Oh,
It's like, wow.
Okay.
You guys, I'm 26. Okay, so if you think 27 is
no, I
old, then
don't
I'm
think
ancient.
27 is old. I
I'm
was
gonna
like,
cry.
when I think of young, I think of, like, 10 years old, so.
Okay, so yeah, so that reaction can be anything, right? Some people may really like him, some people might feel he's a mess. I felt a little sorry for him. You know, I did feel he was a little bit more intelligent. This might help.
Yeah.
I think I'm
Like,
okay
even though
with it.
he's not, like, school smart, per
Mhm.
se,
He definitely knows how to survive.
yeah, he knows how to survive.
That or he's really lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, so see how pretty simple that was, right? We went through every single one of them. We kind of got some ideas. But what I want you to do now, and I'm probably going to do this with you guys so I can see exactly what y'all get. We're going to spin this wheel for each of you. And whatever it lands on, you're going to write a compare-contrast essay comparing or contrasting kind with whoever you selected from the things they carry. Because remember, you guys did a character analysis for that one. Now you're going to mesh them together, okay? And the way it's going to look is I actually put an example down here for you. I did not do kind because I didn't want y'all stealing anything. So this is the way I format it. Right, your name, my name, English, date, and it's going to be called Character Analysis, the Sorrow, War, and the Things They Carry, okay? The characters I chose were Trans Son, which is a driver, and the young soldier from the Things They Carry.
Picture dude.
So when I spun the wheel, it gave me actions, right? So here's my compare and or contrast. So remember, you can do either both or just one, okay? It doesn't have to be that long. But it says, in both the sorrow of war and the things they carry, soldiers, like the driver and the young soldier, are forced to deal with the brutality of war. However, The drivers and the young soldiers' actions demonstrate they handle war, especially death, in very different ways. The driver, from the sorrow of war, appears to accept death and not dwell on it too much. This is demonstrated when he quickly falls asleep in the jungle of screaming souls, despite knowing the whole battalion died there. His ability to sleep while Kien cannot indicates that he is unbothered by war or the spirits of the dead soldiers that surround him. On the other hand, Tim O'Brien's young soldier is unable to handle war or the death it brings. This becomes apparent after Kiowa dies and his body is lost, but all the young soldier can do is look for the girlfriend's picture in the mud. His frantic search for the picture is a way to separate himself from war and the brutal nature of Kiowa's death because he cannot cope with death. Based on their actions, it is clear that the driver is better equipped mentally to cope with the realities of war, while the young soldier is left struggling to accept the consequences of being a soldier. Okay? So notice that I highlight what I'm supposed to be doing, right? The actions. Then I give an example for each one of them, and then I wrap it up. That's all you're gonna have to do, okay? Pretty simple? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and spin the wheel. So, Garen, you up first, yes?
Sure.
All right, Garen. So, Garen, you got inner qualities.
Oh, yay.
Yay.
When I can't tell what they are. See?
Okay, so inner qualities. All right, who wants to be next? Huh? Jordan?
Actually, I wanted to know something.
So Jordan is next.
Yeah,
I want to go last.
So Jordan, dialogue.
Dang, that's easy.
I knew I was gonna get it.
There one dialogue.
Dialogue's the easiest one. You just have to
I
quote
did
them
it.
and
Just
compare
the
them.
easiest ones is not
But
one.
but you with the quote, the dialogues, you have to pay attention to what they're saying, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
So-
go back and read the book.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm gonna fall asleep.
Reaction.
So Ariel,
Oh,
Yeah.
is it one L or two L's?
it's 2 L's. ARIELLE.
ARIELLE.
Yeah. No, it's
Ariel.
Ariel.
Not
Ariel has
Ariel.
1 L.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So how do you say it exactly?
Ariel.
Ariel. Okay.
That's why I thought it was funny when she called you Ariel.
So I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't care if I call me Ariel.
It's okay. Everybody calls me Andrea. I'm sorry. Frankie.
Oh, it is Friday the 13th.
Yeah, it is. We have to all stream Jumanji.
Frankie, reaction.
Yep.
Did you hear me, Frankie?
Everybody's
Alexander.
I think that I should spin again.
No.
You didn't
No,
land on
you
spin again.
There is no spin again, so. Thank you. He's loving me.
Okay, Alexander, you have inner qualities. Okay?
And it's not like when you spin the wheel on life and it gets stuck in between them. You can't-
Imagine. That would be nice.
Bro, that happened to me like
And
2
You
times.
get a
in a row.
second chance.
What if I got a name? What would you do for names?
Yeah, that one I had planned to throw out if it comes up, to be honest with you, because that's how
Speaking of which, that'd be funny.
dialogue. So Eric, you got dialogue.
You can do the same one. Come on, spice it up, Will. Give me something tasty.
You're just mad because you got reaction.
No, I'm mad because I'm shit.
Ruby.
I have to share my
Ruby, let's see what Ruby
I'm
gets.
not you.
She just got ready.
Not friends.
That's what frustrated people say.
Inner qualities.
Again? Let me spin this.
Yo, your wheel is bonkers.
Yo,
Oh, wait,
dude.
why don't I have a will on here? This doesn't seem very fair.
You actually do have the wheel on there.
Really weird.
Yeah. If you scroll down.
I just
That's totally tubular.
I literally just got on stage with 5
Just
seconds.
try again.
Okay.
Bogus.
Oh, look, it's still right here.
Impact.
Alexia, you got impacts.
So.
Is it the same thing? over
Sorry,
and
I'm
over?
watching
Yeah.
Bill and Ted.
Do a little switch.
Yeah,
Bogus.
I can tell.
Who would like me to spin one more time for them? Okay. All
Why don't you
right.
get the same
Well,
one?
will she get to choose? Or does she have to keep the second one? She gets dialogue.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
No, I don't like sharing with me.
Oh, too bad. Like 3 other people have it.
So you want to do dialogue?
Yes, please.
Anybody else?
Nah, I'm good with my chances.
I'm fine with inequalities.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
All right, Asia, your turn.
Good thing I don't
I
have to
think you
compare.
should offer it.
Good thing I don't have to compare Ariel's inequalities.
Yes.
Because then it would just
Yeah,
be.
let's
Asia,
just take
you
a
get
long
description,
list. We'd be
okay?
writing that essay forever.
Wait, no, I don't.
No, then it would
Alright.
good and bad.
Seems the easiest.
You would be on this side.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't really know. You don't know my
Wait,
inner qualities.
Miss
You just
Marcia.
know my outer qualities. And the
We'll
ones that I
see.
showed you.
Tatiana, you ready?
It's funny that you think that for half of the school you already know my inner qualities.
The ones that should.
My parents don't even know
Tatiana,
my
you
inner
also get
qualities.
dialogue.
Two people have dialogue.
We'll see. Hold on.
No, I'm already on the dark side.
Can you just like
Well, you're just
if
watching
somebody
puppy
else has
videos on YouTube,
dialogue,
and then the next thing you know, you're just watching scary.
if somebody else has dialogue, couldn't you just like
You can get impacts.
you can get in or you can
Wait, but dialogue has to do with what they say. You have to go back and find a quote what they say.
not necessarily.
I mean, it matters.
Yeah. So our impacts
You
is
just have to
more
find one for whoever the person is.
how they impact the other people around them.
Bro, that's harder.
That's easy.
I'm gonna go with my impact.
Yes.
My
Yes.
impact.
Welcome. Welcome.
That would be on
Alright.
my side.
I mean, I'm on both sides if you think about it. It just depends on the way it is. Swish, swish, swish.
Okay, so any
Especially
questions?
in summer home.
All right. So for the rest of the class, which I don't know how much time we still have.
You have like 30 something.
Yeah. Go ahead and work on this. Again, there is an example on the actual lesson. There's also an example on the board. So yeah, if you have any questions about that, let me know. Girls, do you have any questions on virtual? You guys okay?
No.
Okay. Well, you guys go ahead and work on it. If you have any questions, pop back in. And I will go ahead and post this lesson, okay?